I'm sick of them all. How about a ride? You like that car more than me. Then he says, who's talking about cars? Nah, get your freak so much. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to RICHLEV Fan. Dang. Now, we've all watched TV shows and especially cartoon shows, right? What's your favorite cartoon? Comment it in the comments right now. But as a kid, bro, we just watch these shows and we don't realize the little innuendos and jokes that they throw in there that just, you know, caught us off guard as adults. As adults, we can really scope out these jokes and really notice how bad they really can get. And it's honestly kind of funny because, like, as a kid, you're not gonna get most of these. As a matter of fact, you're most likely not gonna get any of these. But when you specifically point it out, that's when we can find something, right? I went online and I ended up searching up dirty adult jokes in cartoon shows, and this website came up where it has 79 dirty adult jokes hidden in cartoons you might have missed. So I'm not sure we're gonna react to all 79 of them. We're gonna see how it goes, but regardless, we're gonna see if you guys remember these shows, if I remember them, and we're just gonna pretty much react to this website, my boy. So without further ado, make sure to grab your popcorn and let's see. All right, number one, The Flash and His Love Life. So I think I remember this one. See, I'm gonna remember a lot because if you guys didn't know, I used to do best of subs cartoon reactions in the past. So this is basically like a document version of a lot of these. So in the first scene, Flash says, "I'm the fastest man alive," and then the girl says, which might explain why you can't get a date. Now, you know, when you first read this, you don't really think nothing about it, right? But as an adult, you kind of know where this is heading, bro. I mean, he says he's the fastest man alive, and she's saying, which might explain why you can't get a date. So what exactly is she inferring that he's really fast at, if you know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically she's saying that he's like a two-pump chump and he can't, you know, he can't last long in bed, so that's why nobody wants to date him, you know what I'm saying? But of course, as a kid, you're never gonna get that, my boy. Next up, number two is I Was an Accident Too. So this is a scene from Powderpuff Girls, I'm pretty sure. Nice to meet you, Robin. I'm the professor. He made us in a laboratory by accident. It's okay, professor. I was an accident too. Okay. And then his eyes just like, yeah, you know, he knows that this is a dirty joke, bro. Not dirty, but this is like an adult joke. Like, you're not supposed to say that you're an accident, bro. You're not an well, actually, sometimes things happen, but you know what I'm saying, you're still loved, okay? Next up, we got one of my favorite shows, Scooby-Doo. Okay, so I actually don't remember this type of show animation. I feel like there's so many Scooby-Doo shows and movies. Like, how many are there, bro? Marcy, I didn't know today was your birthday. The girl says, yep, I'm 18. Okay, what? Okay, happy 18. Able to legally, yo, ... So that means there had to be some silence there. So what are we legally able to do? Because at 18 you cannot drink. That's like 21 when you can finally drink. So what you doing at 18, bro? Pause. Okay, so there was a pause. That clarifies that. Vote. Yes. That's what we're all thinking in our head, right? That's what you're thinking, right? You dirty-minded freak. And then she just looking like, I don't think that's what you meant to say, but yeah, chat. So basically, yeah, this was kind of a dirty joke because you could really, you know, if you say able to legally and then pause, then that's like leaves the room for you to think, oh, legally do what? Start an OnlyFans, do some dumb shit. Number four, poor Timmy.
Don't worry about it. My dreams were shattered years ago.
How many years ago?
How old are you?
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, basically as a kid, we're not gonna understand what this really means, but as an adult, we can really look into the context. And why is he saying how old are you? The reason he's saying, well, how old are you, is because basically he's saying once he was born, his dreams were over. So basically he's saying he ruined his whole life and he don't want him there anymore. So he wants to send him to the adoption center. The three little pigs had their father hanging on the wall. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Wait, is that their father right there? Why is it? Is it just a whole bunch of meat? Wait, hold on. Wait a second. That's supposed to be their... I mean, their father probably tastes good as hell though. Wait, hold on. Blossom totally laid it all out on the Powderpuff Girls. Okay, so first scene says, whenever their masculinity is threatened, they shrink in size. Nah, then why are you making this face? Nah, bro. Okay, at first, right here, it doesn't seem that like bad, but it says whenever their masculinity is threatened, they shrink in size. So obviously, you know, as an adult, if you have kind of a dirty mind, which I definitely don't, I have no type of dirty mind at all, but you guys probably do. And yeah, you know, some things shrink, and basically calling it small, if you know what I mean. Because look at this face, bro. Like, what's that little smirk and that little hand right there, bro? Whoever animated this, you know what you're doing, bro. You know what you're doing, bro. Get your freak ass on, bro. Next one, promises you don't intend to keep. So I think this looks like the Beauty and the Beast, right? So this is a beast. He says, I've never felt this way about anyone. I want to do something for her, but what? Well, and then the clock says, well, there's the usual things, flowers, chocolates, promises you don't intend to keep. Yo, so this is not really like a dirty joke, but it's kind of like, you know, just an adult thing to think about, like, you know, make promises you don't intend to keep. So basically explaining how somebody is just really bad at relationships. You know, you just do the regular flowers and chocolates because you see that on TikTok and you're just like, oh, let me buy this, you know, this. But then you make promises that you can't keep. You know, I promise we're gonna do this. I promise I'm gonna do this for you. I do this. I promise, bro. I promise. And then none of those promises get resolved. Next one, Rocco picking berries. Okay, so this is like a GIF. Okay, so he picks the berries off. Yo. Oh, nah. Nah. Okay. See, as a kid, you will not think anything about this, but come on. He's pulling a little ball, right? Then this thing gets out and he gets out like this, bro. Why is he covering like this? So did he pull out one of his... This cartoon need to get his freak ass on, boy. Dexter's new assistant answer. Okay, so Dexter is one of like my top 5 shows of all time, bro. I don't know why. He's just funny as hell and stupid, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so first thing he says, yes, dancing, I'd like to see you dance. Okay, but it's $50 extra. Yeah, as a kid you would not think anything about this, of course, but yeah, this is low-key like is making a joke on prostitution, you know what I'm saying, that type of way. I don't know if this is gonna get me demonetized, but you know what I'm saying, why is she charging to dance for him? Yeah, this is not a strip club, buddy. This is Disney Channel. Well, not Disney Channel, this is Cartoon Network, actually. Next one, Daffy reading Play Duck magazine alongside Bugs Bunny. So already by the title, I can already tell the Play Duck magazine is a play off of, you know, Playboy magazine. Most likely, if you're a kid, you don't know that, but you know, it's an adult magazine, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, so this picture shows him reading it and he's like infatuated with it. He's just, oh my god, look at his eyeballs just wide open, and then Bugs Bunny just looking at him like, yeah, I fell down that hole one time and I didn't get out. Matter of fact, let me read this magazine next. But yeah, this is, you know, pretty freaky joke, you know what I'm saying, play off the Playboy. And you can see the little duck girly right here that's like you know, I don't know if it's naked or what, but it's posing in a very provocative pose. So we got to get out of here before YouTube gets my ass. Next one, Gumball accidentally stumbles into Banana Joe's house and catches him looking at hardcore fruit. Okay, P word. You can see a box of tissue next to the laptop as well. So I've definitely seen this clip so many times, bro. It actually became a meme to where it was like, you know, people were just putting stuff right here on the laptop, like somebody walking in on them, like watching like their favorite show or watching something, and it was like just a funny meme about it. But yeah, this is kind of crazy, bro, because this, yeah, like, come on, bro, you can really tell what this is about. Even as a kid, you could be kind of sussed about it, like, bro, because look, his expression is like a surprise, like, oh shoot, he caught me type of expression. So you could tell that he was doing something he was not supposed to do. And yeah, this is spreading the orange wide open like that. Come on, bro, why you gotta spread it open like that, bro? Just show you peeling it or something. You don't gotta spread the hole open like that. We all don't like our holes open. I mean, okay, I ain't gonna lie, I just saw this comment, and there's comments on all these, but what the fuck is this? That must be real sexy. What? Yo, you better get your freak ass on, what the hell's wrong with you, bro? Whatever peels your banana. Yo, okay, I didn't know these comments were gonna be funny. What is going on? Oh, this explains why my son loved this show. Ha ha ha. Yo, get your freak ass, you freak ass, and your freak ass son on, boy. Look at that sexy orange slowly opening, so appealing. Yeah, I'm getting out of here, bro. You guys are so corny, bro. Come on, bro. Judy, a cheerful hair police officer, is counting the fine Nick the Fox is going to pay. After voicing the sum, she adds, I mean, I am just a dumb bunny, but we are good at oh, okay, buddy. Wait, hold on. So it says, I mean, I am just a dumb bunny, but we are good at multiplying. Now, what exactly do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And yeah, this guy looks surprised, as he should, because what do you mean we're good at multiplying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, as you're a kid, you probably are in school and you probably think that multiplying, she was talking about literally times tables. 3 times 3, 3 times 4, 4 times 6. That's not what she was talking about. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to multiplying, they're talking about reproducing and making new ones of them. And you got to go through a certain process to do that. A certain clapping process. Very loud clapping. Okay, that's too graphic. Next one, Batman Beyond got away from some sketchy shit. Okay, I'm sick of them all. How about a ride? You like that car more than me. Now he says, who's talking about cars? Now get your freak ass on, what? Because you know exactly what you talking about, bro. And anybody with a brain, well, actually, if you're innocent, you don't really, because you probably would say, oh, he's not talking about riding a car, maybe he's talking about riding a bicycle or riding a motorcycle, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you have any type of dirty mind at all, you know exactly where he's going to. Like he says, you like that car more than me, and then he's talking about who's talking about cars. So he's insinuating that he wants her to ride him, and he's not a car. So there's a certain process that happens that basically I'm not gonna explain that, dude. You're weird. Why do you want me to explain that so bad? Next one up, a hand play joke. Dust for Prince. And then it says, I found Prince. Okay, and then he's carrying the Prince. No, fingerprints. Wait, what? Why does he look like that? I don't think so. Whoa. And then he puts his hand on his head like, yo, Prince, did you want to get fingered? Is that what this is saying, bro? Am I catching on right? Because this one's a little hard to decipher. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's talking about fingering things, and I don't want to know about fingering things. You guys can keep that to yourself. You guys can, do that to yourselves, not to me. Next one, seeing the huge castle tower, Shrek asks his friend, do you think maybe he's compensating for something? By the way, Donkey didn't get the message. Oh, okay. Yeah, I literally just watched Shrek the other day, so I already know this joke. So it says, so this must be Lord Farquaad's castle. Do you think maybe he's compensating for something? Yeah, and yeah, as a kid, bro, you're not gonna know this because obviously you probably don't even know what compensating even means. But compensating basically means you're trying to like cover up for something. You're trying to compensate, like how do I really explain it? Like you're trying to make up for something. So if you're not tall enough or something, then you say, oh well, I'm athletic and I can do this and I can do that, and it kind of compensates for you being short. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the best way to explain it, but basically in this case, they're saying because, he's like a short little midget. So they're saying, his wah might be a little, Next one, 50 Shades of Bravo. This is so much fun. I can't remember the last time I was blindfolded. Oh wait, yes I can. Oops, nah. Okay, maybe they could have got away with this dirty joke had they just stopped here. Oh wait, yes I can. But then she says oops and smiles all hard, bro. Like, you know exactly where that's going, bro. You know exactly where that's going. Basically, she's insinuating that there was a time where things were getting a little freaky and got a little overboard. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't see nothing, but it's because she didn't want to see. She didn't want to. It was role play. Okay. Anyways, all right, that's too much. Next one. This illusion in the Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, I remember the scene. He had tissue and he's like, I'm just gonna take these paper towels up to my room alone, so don't bother me. So first of all, he's obviously not carrying paper towels. These are well, actually it could be paper towels, but to me it looks more like toilet paper. And yeah, he's gonna go upstairs alone, so don't bother me. As a kid, you're like, oh, he just doesn't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? He's probably doing homework or something. He's not doing homework. He's not doing the homework. I mean, if you consider homework, you know what I'm saying, whacking it, then I guess that's homework. But that's not really homework for most of us, you know what I'm saying? Next one, watching Freakazoid when suddenly, Cosgrove, how come you never got married? I like meat too. All right, bro. Nah. There's literally no excuse for this joke. Like, that was just straight up. They just went right ahead to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, okay, adults, you are watching right now, and we're gonna hit you guys with the strongest dirty joke we ever can imagine. You know what I'm saying? The answer to not getting married is I like meat too much. Like, how can that be inferred in any other way than the way I'm thinking right now? How? There's no way. Grandpa's Hippie Days. Okay, this first show. Damn, I know this show, but I can't think of the name right now. You're not too old, Grandpa. You still got plenty of brain cells. No, not since Woodstock. I don't really get this one. What is Woodstock? Well, all I know is that his head is shaped like a peepee, bro, like a bent peepee. I'm out of here. Despite his triteness, this joke made the female part of the audience laugh out loud. All right, he says foot size, and then he said foot size doesn't matter. Oh my god, yeah, as a kid you'll never think anything of this, as you shouldn't, stay innocent. But like, yeah, there's like an ongoing joke as an adult, and your foot size matches something else or whatever, and then yeah, so that's why this joke is kind of funny, because he said foot size doesn't matter. And by the way, bro, she had thought, bro, she went with this well, actually no, was it with him? No, the first guy she married or whatever, and was like super fast with it, you know what I'm saying? And then that basically messed up everything. Next one, the note in Ed's bathroom, don't touch yourself. So there's a note in the bathroom that says don't touch yourself. Why is there just sticky notes just labeling everything? You couldn't afford any labels. So anyway, so yeah, don't touch yourself is kind of crazy. And yeah, just don't touch yourself. And if you don't know what that means, you're a little too young, buddy. Click out this goddamn video. What the hell's wrong with you? Anyways, next one up, the Rugrats Gone Wild. Okay, first scene, it says, man, they cut my cord. Consider yourself lucky. What What? What you mean? What, you still have your cord? Like, everybody gets their cord cut. Next one. Some intimate details on these dolls were actually wrong. Oh, I remember this. Yep, I remember this. So Robin says, yeah, they got all the details just right. And then Beast Boy literally looks in the pants. Nah, that's wild. Speak for yourself is what he says, yo. Like, come on, bro. This was... Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love Teen Titans. Teen Titans was literally one of my favorite shows of all time. Probably, I still will go back and watch it like over and over again. But anyways, dude, yeah, this is one of the dirtiest jokes ever. Like, there's no escaping this, bro. Like, maybe if he looked, you know, just at it directly, but no, he literally pulled the pants with his finger to look in that specific spot, and then he got mad and said, "Speak for yourself." So that means they didn't get his pee-pee right. I'm just gonna say it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say it. This is dirty jokes. It is what it is. Next one. Thank goodness you were too little when Miss Finster did this. Yo, what the hell? Yo! This is on Disney Channel? No way, bro. Nah. Obviously, yeah. This is a very dirty joke, bro. Like, she's obviously vibrating. You know, girls use certain type of things to, like, you know, yeah. So yeah, this is very dirty. There's no reason for her to be on top of this thing like that. Like, what is she doing? And she looked like happy as hell too. Like, what is wrong with you? Yo, Disney, what's wrong with y'all, bro? You good? Next one. I didn't realize a lot of things about Rocco's modern life until I watched it again at age 20. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Dr. Bendova. Yeah, we already know that. I remember that doctor, and I'm never going, bro. Because I'm never bending over. Never. I don't care. I'm not calling no one by their name called Bendova. Like, imagine, oh, hi, Mr. Bendova. Like, what? That doesn't even sound right, and I don't want to call nobody that, bro. That's weird, bro. I'm gonna just call you doctor. Then there was this in Dexter's Laboratory. Yep, this is why I watched Dexter. I mean, no, this is not why. That's not why I watched Dexter. It might be one of the reasons, but it's not why I watched it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, obviously it's a, you know, dad's trophy. Like, this is so dirty, bro. Like, holy, this really made it in a cartoon, bro. Well, but low-key, Cartoon Network had some more mature shows. Like, wasn't it really PG-13 more than PG? I don't know, but maybe yeah, this is really dirty. I ain't gonna lie, but the mommies in these shows, bro, I'm telling you, bro, they know what they doing. They know what they animating, bro. Why is it so round? Next one, the hooker doll in Toy Story. Oh my gosh, dude, I never really thought of that. I never thought of this, bro. Holy, so basically you got the legs, right? And this does not go with the baby. I think the baby and the chicken thing, they're all separate, right? But basically this has a literal fishing hook on it and the legs. So like you can pretty much make the prediction that it's going to be a hooker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's that's a crazy detail, man. Hey, Toy Story, man, you playing a little too much with the toys, man. This is a little too much detail. You better calm down, okay? Because the kids gonna start noticing this shit. That moment you realize what Donald really has under the covers. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like, you can't even think of anything else but what I'm thinking about right now. Like, why is he touching that, bro? Why is it just up? Like, you know, I don't want to know why. You can keep that secret to yourself, my boy. I don't want to know what you was dreaming about or nothing. Next one, Trail of Evidence. All right, so this one, oh, it's a Batman show. I think I've watched this one before. Bruce's DNA was easy enough to obtain. He left it all over town. Not remotely what I meant. So how is his DNA left all over town, bro? So is this supposed to be a dirty joke about, like, you know what I'm saying, he busted all over town and now everybody knows his DNA? Because how else, bro? Unless he's like bleeding all over the place, but I don't know, bro. Bleeding, busting, same thing. Ratatouille dropped this subtle joke. One can get too familiar with vegetables, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think as dirty as possible. Yeah, somebody connect those dots for me, bro. I feel like it's, yeah, I know it's supposed to be dirty in some way, but is he just saying like, oh, don't, you know, make out with the vegetables or put them up your butt or something? Because that's what weird people do. I don't know. Next one, subtle flirting. Okay, so we got this. Okay, so this is like Donald Duck, and she's literally waving her tail at him, telling him to come here, bro. And look at how she's looking, bro. That's a devilish look right there. If the girl looks like you like that, bro, just run. Run for heavens, because you're never coming back if you go there. Next one, that's for after you go to bed. I rented you boys some movies. Reptar Come Home, Reptar Redux. And my personal favorite, Lonely Space Vixen. That's for after you go to bed. Okay. All right, buddy. So you didn't have to say that. But yeah, basically the dirty joke is that, you know, that book is an adult book, bro. It's probably on Book Talk. Remember that trend we watched the other day? It's probably one of those type of books. Those spicy type books, you know what I'm saying? And he's basically saying, yo, once you guys go to bed, I'm gonna bring out the adult books because you guys cannot read those. Next one, if you know what I mean. So this is from Aladdin, and he basically says, I thought the earth wasn't supposed to move until the honeymoon. Oh, Jesus. Yo. Yo, see, these are the little subtle jokes that you just throw in there. It's just quick one-liners, and it's like, oh, you don't think nothing as a kid, but as an adult, this will literally make you laugh in the middle of the show, bro. Like, basically saying, I thought the Earth wasn't supposed to move into the honeymoon. If you know what a honeymoon is, you know, it's when, you know, people get married and they go on a honeymoon or vacation, and you know what I'm saying, the Earth moves because, you know, so. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm trying to explain the joke, bro. Don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger, bro. I'm just explaining it. Yeah, so that's what he's basically saying. That was the joke right there, which is very sus. Next one. Fred for Scooby-Doo decided to make a sexist joke. Oh, wow. Okay, Scooby-Doo. This desert reminds me of a woman. Why is that? It goes on and on and on. Yo, is this really sexist though? I mean, it could be considered sexist, but this is really just funny to me, bro. He's just basically saying you be yapping too much, bro. The woman be yapping too much, and sometimes it is true, bro. But we can yap too, so men and women can yap, but you know, basically calling you a yapper. Next one. Shall I leave you and the blackboard alone for a moment? Okay. And his eyes were intense and focused, and I've never seen such eyes. Shall I leave you and a blackboard alone for a moment? Yeah, so he's basically saying like, bro, you're so infatuated with him. Do you want to kiss him, bro? Like, do you want me to turn around? Like, dude, it's not that serious, bro. I know he looks good. It's just a drawing though. But do you want me to leave you alone? I'll leave you alone, buddy. I'll give you your alone time. Next one. Rugrats are not for kids. Okay, Rugrats. I remember that. Howard's off in the woods somewhere with his male bonding group. I mean, this could just be innocent, but if we're thinking in the dirty sense and, you know, male bonding group, you know, it might be June, it might not be June, but you know what's happening. Next one. This version joking Johnny Bravo, which is not subtle at all. Okay, so what's this one? It says, oh, great Athena, we give you this virgin as a sacrifice. Did she say virgin? Yo. Nah, see, I do remember a lot of such scenes from Johnny Bravo. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He be saying some crazy stuff, man. Especially with this crazy ass haircut. Like, what is this, bro? Y'all be talking about my hair, but then there's cartoon characters like this, bro. At least I don't look like a balloon, bro. But yeah, basically he's like, huh, she's a virgin? So like, you know, if you know, you know. All right, chat, that's gonna wrap up the dirty kid jokes and you know, cartoons or whatever, bro. If you guys want to continue the series, because I could read the rest of this article or find different ones, let me know in the comments. This was pretty fun for me. Yeah, I just wanted to try something new where I kind of read through things instead of just the regular video reactions. And I'm gonna try more things like this. So make sure to like up this video. Thank you guys for supporting. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.